I always like starting the podcast with something stupid like that. It's just fun. Pop goes the turtle.
Pop goes the turtle. What about the frog? Pop goes the frog.
Do frogs actually go pop? I mean, if a frog is going pop, I think it got ran over.
That's what I was going to say. When you run over a frog, it goes pop. Okay, well then hop goes the frog.
Pop to hop.
Exactly. Hop goes the frog.
Anyway, welcome to episode 91 of the Beyond Pixels podcast. Today's topic is VRChat news. We're talking about what's going on with VRChat. We're going to review some of the recent developer updates and the VRChat roadmap. I'm going to actually get the roadmap pulled up.
That's probably smart since I don't listen to VRChat news at all.
I do. But I still want to pull that stuff up because there might be some things that I haven't
Read up
done
on.
yet. Or haven't I haven't heard of, because they update these sometimes completely outside of things. So, current roadmap. They allow now. They allow interaction between worlds and the camera, which is really cool. I haven't played with any of that yet. I'm gonna try that out sometime. That just came through recently. The Steam Audio beta is still in progress. We're going to talk about that a little more later. That's in the open beta right now. SOBA is still in progress. Fizzbones and the World SDK is still in progress. VRC Constraints is still in progress. And the contacts are also still in progress for Worlds. The Camera Dolly Udon, they are pushing out bits and pieces of updates for that into the open betas currently.
Yes, I do.
But that's still in progress. And then there's a few other little things that we'll talk about as well.
My cat is freaking out.
The most recent developer update. This was September 25th. So, VRChat is doing the Spookality, so they're doing a world and avatar contest, like they do every year.
Yes.
I already know of at least. I always know of at least one of my friends that makes a world for it almost every year, and he almost always places in the top 5.
That is cool.
VRChat updated their community guidelines, but they didn't actually change any rules, they just clarified more. And they clarified one big thing that I saw recently. Basically, VRChat's always had the standpoint of, if you're in a private world and it's not reported, we don't care. They are continuing that standpoint, but making a portion of that publicly listed in the guidelines now. Basically, things between consenting adults, they don't care. As long as everyone in the world is consenting and no one reports it, they've specifically allowed it now according to the guidelines, which is really cool. I really, really like that. Let's see. Yeah, they didn't change any of the terms of service, but they did just update the community guidelines, which is just the human readable form of the terms of service and how they actually enforce their terms of service. So that the specific wording that they used is provocative. So both provocative behavior and content. And they defined it specifically as adult content or behavior, controversial topics, sensitive, intimate, or provocative content or activities. Therefore, VRChat is now explicitly allowing lewd things to happen in private worlds as long as it's not recorded, streamed, or reported. And you're in a private world. They no longer care. I mean, I guess they've never really cared, but it was a gray area for a long time.
A long time.
Yeah, it was a gray area, but now they've specifically, in the guidelines, determined and explained that it is allowed, which is really cool. I love that they're doing that and making it not this weird gray area anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't it just... I don't know. It just feels like they're trying to cover their asses. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
One of their big reasons for updating the guidelines was adding in some notes about minors and some more like definitions for and explanations for what they do and don't allow when it comes to underage people. Which in some ways it's kind of a slap in the face if you're in a public instance and you happen to say something. It doesn't matter if there's a kid around or not. It's technically against terms of service to just say those things in public worlds now, which is really kind of weird, but whatever. Let me see. Another really cool thing that some people might not like, but I like this. VRChat is allowing is soon going to be allowed, or allowing people to link their Discord account with their VRChat account. Now, if they allow for people to check a box saying, yes, allow Discord servers I'm in to determine this, whatever, or to find my VRChat account, that's really cool. I like that. They'll also be allowing people to just create a VRChat account directly with their Discord account. So you don't have to actually register with VRChat to make a VRChat account anymore, which is also just opening up the ease of access to VRChat.
It would still be a VRChat account, though, correct? Like, it would be a Steam VRChat account.
It's so yeah, that's the really cool thing about it. They're not making it where the Steam and the Quest account, or the Steam and the Oculus accounts are right now. They are making it to where it's a full-fledged Discord or VRChat account, and it uses your Discord your Discord email account or email address to create that VRChat account directly, and links it to Discord at the same time. So you register a full-fledged VRChat account, and I'm assuming they're also going to be allowing you to log into the Discord, or log in with Discord in the SDK, so that you can upload avatars and worlds directly with that without having to make a VRChat account fully. Which is really cool. Just makes things a little easier to access and easier to get in. Another thing in the latest developer update is VRChat has partnered with user testing, which means you might get an email in the future from either user testing or a VRChat.com email with them asking you, hey, you want to do this survey and maybe make a couple bucks?
Heck yeah.
And they'll just ask you like questions about your use of VRChat, the hardware you use, things like that, and features you might want to see, or how you've used certain features, anything like that. So they're rolling that out soon. They also had this really cool little what's it called? I'm gonna paste this post in the chat because there is a cool little video on it that is giving an example of fizzbones and contacts and VRChat constraints in worlds, which is So if you've ever been in my world here, which all of you have obviously, and you play with the menu, you actually physically touch the buttons. Right now, I'm doing a lot of weird code to get that to work with the VRChat FizzBones, contacts, and constraints. Doing that will be so much simpler, where I can, instead of having to put an object on your fingers and have it track your finger constantly, I can just detect the contacts that are already on every avatar's fingers, and boop, done. So that's going to be really cool for developers. Other than that, there was just a note about VRChat image hot linking. Basically, VRChat is now removing permanent links to images that are stored on VRChat. So like avatar images, profile pictures, things like that. Those are being completely removed. The linking to them is going to be dynamic, so every time you access the image, it's going to be a different link. And any third-party apps are now being told to store in a cache somewhere, either on their server or on the local system, those pictures, and only call back to them every so often to update, which is going to save money on VRChat side. That's the whole reason they're doing that. Saves them bandwidth and having thousands of accounts trying to download the same image a million times. So that's the latest developer
avatar
update.
Pictures.
So like when you're in your avatar menu, you'll see the thumbnail image of your avatars.
Oh, okay.
So like external apps and websites that call to VRChat's API will no longer be allowed to just generate a direct link to those images. They'll receive a temporary link to those images, and that link expires within an hour or so. So if that website for some reason needs to pull that information multiple times and is always refreshing it, VRChat's disallowing that to save on bandwidth, which they didn't specifically state that it's to save on bandwidth, but understanding programming and system administration, that's what it's for. So that's a really cool thing. Let me see if there was anything in the developer update prior to that. The September 11th, which is such a strange day to do a developer update, not gonna lie.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Well,
recent
that's
thing.
the strangest thing they did.
Yeah.
You're right. That was really messed up.
It was messed up, but it was extremely funny.
Wait, what?
I don't think it was funny at all.
Well, it was on film, that's why.
Yeah,
We
the
should just say
day.
after.
Yeah, after September 11th, VRChat suddenly had a Flight Week banner and thing. Yeah, it was.
God.
They were promoting
Yeah,
worlds
it's
to
kind
fly
of.
planes and all that.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of weird. Anyway,
That's bad.
so something that is now in the public version of VRChat, the latest version that was released not long ago, is instance naming. So if you have VRC Plus, when you create an instance, you can now type in what you want that instance to be named, and when you go into like the worlds list for instances, it actually shows you the name that whoever created the instance chose. It's people were using things like that or doing things like that already using the VRChat API. VRChat decided to put it into public use
Nice.
for VRC Plus subscribers. They also, back in the beginning of September, they opened up the selfie expression, which is a desktop version of face tracking, basically. Face and hand tracking, using just a regular camera. They opened that up to everyone instead of it being stuck for just VRC Plus.
Okay.
And I think that was pretty much it for the September 11th update. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for that. Then let me check a couple other things. I guess there's not a whole lot that has came in the recent recent updates here.
Well, when was the last time we had one of these VRChat update episodes?
It's been a while. Definitely been a while. So, I mean, we can keep going backwards. Look at the August 28th. VRChat had a partnership with the Big Screen Beyond, with Big Screen Beyond 2E. They were giving away a VRChat branded one and 10 years of VRC Plus. I guess I must have not won that because I never got anything back on it. So sad about that. They were requiring you to retweet their post for it on Twitter.
Oh.
You're gonna push them in the algorithm. That's what they want.
Yeah, but also a $1,200 headset plus the equivalent of $1,000 worth of VRC Plus.
Oh yeah,
for free.
I definitely give it a shot.
Heck yeah. I
That's
will
kind of
next
crazy.
time. Shit. Jeez.
It's like a
Ow.
penny to that.
So, August 28th was the last time they updated anything for the Steam Audio Beta, which I really want to wait until Stealth gets here to talk about the Steam Audio Beta because I know he's really interested in that. Let me check if Stealth is getting close.
I'm in a spot, so.
Don't worry, the seat's warm over here.
All the green-haired people can be on that side of the couch today.
Aw.
I'm sort of speed running these developer updates, by the way.
A little bit. When you were saying things about August, I was just like, oh, we've only been on for 15 minutes.
If any of you have questions or thoughts about anything I've been saying, because it has been just me talking constantly, feel free
My
to
only
give
question
your
is-
input.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say when you say something I don't understand, I'll speak up. Like with the avatar pictures, I had an idea of what you were talking about, but I wanted to make sure, and it was that, but I didn't know it was a third-party thing. Third-party websites.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost on all of it because I'm brand new to all of this, but I know that Turtle can help me out over the phone when we talk off and on all day like today.
There is another place I can look at for some information to share with you guys. VRChat in the current open beta, they have added the marketplace. So instead of just the avatar marketplace, they've now added a full-fledged marketplace where currently it's only VRChat that can post anything in it. But they do have plans to expand on it in the future.
I have seen people posting their creations that they would add on to that marketplace on YouTube, and some of that looks really cool, like redesigned world portals.
Yep. They already have the world portal. They have one in the open beta right now that you can buy for like I think 700 coins. Let me check actually.
How does one get coins?
800. It's 800 VRChat credits. Or 720 if you have VRC Plus. So to get those, you have to buy them.
Oh.
And to buy the credits, right now it's $5 for 600 or $10 for 1200, and that basically just continues to go up. Which there's also a really funny thing. Since it's $4.99 or $9.99 for double it, right? And I brought this up to them, and it's just like, why do this? You pay more per credit if you buy the bigger packages.
Oh, yep, because it would be $9.98.
Exactly, and that keeps going all the way up to buying 12,000 for $100, or for $99.99. It ends up being like 45 cents cheaper to just buy 24 of the $4.99.
Wow,
That's interesting.
Yeah. They think they think they can sucker people into paying a little bit more and then not noticing it, you know?
When it's only a few cents, it doesn't really matter.
And a lot of people don't care.
It's the ease of buying more points at once that makes people more likely to just buy the bigger package. But normally when you have a marketplace and you're selling credits within something, you give a discount when you buy more. Like in this case, you would say, oh, if you pay $99.99, you'll get 14,000, get 2,000 free.
Yeah,
that would make so much more sense, and they're just not doing that. They're setting their price at
charging extra
1.1 credits per cent, basically.
Okay then.
And it's not even 1.1. What is it? It's $5.
Mr. Mathematician.
Let me run the numbers here. I am really interested in these numbers, actually. So
that's my boy.
500 divided by 600. It is 0.83 cents per credit. If I reverse that and instead go 600 divided by 500, it is 1.2. I was close. I said 1.1. It is 1.2 credits per cent. Like, why? Why not make it easy and call it 1 credit is 1 penny?
Right.
And if you buy 12,000 credits, or you get an extra 2,000 for free. Yeah, that would make so much more sense.
If they call it a penny, then that means it's considered a currency and not actually a like a point system.
You don't have.
Like that's how games like Fortnite and that's how games like Call of Duty get around it. Is they don't call it money, they call it COD points.
Exactly, but they still sell them for an equivalent cash value.
Yeah, I know. I mean, a lot of games do that. It's gotcha games. I mean,
Assassin's Creed.
And in this case, VRChat even lets you buy avatars with those credits and gives the avatar creator a portion of the earnings.
Oh.
What's the percentage on that? Do you actually have notes on that?
I think it's like
curious.
30%. I'm not completely certain, but I believe VRChat keeps like 30% of it and gives 70% to the
it's 70-30
creator.
split. Okay, all right. I was about to actually say something.
Bella wants to possibly get into avatar creation.
Yeah, I'll help her out.
Okay. I figured you would.
She has a computer that can handle it now, so.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
And mine's got a lot of memory now, so just need a better graphics card.
Yeah, which I think I have one sitting on my desk.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm really waiting for Stealth to get back so that we can talk about the Steam Audio Beta.
Yeah, when he said he was going to be late, I was expecting like 20 minutes, not 25 minutes.
I was expecting like 15, not 30.
It's because I'm in a spot.
But anyway,
He sensed the disturbance.
Yes.
That's a curse.
Okay.
You just block him from getting home.
So, okay, here's a fun story about recent updates of VRChat. I may have mentioned this a while back, but I'm going to mention it again since we're talking about a VRChat update. Me and a handful of other big name creators of worlds, specifically worlds in VRChat, we were all running into an issue with baking the lighting in our worlds. And no one could figure out why. We opened a ticket with VRChat reporting the issue, and they basically said, we don't know what's causing it. Until we know what's causing it, we can't really do anything about it. So I spent 2 hours debugging it and figuring out what exactly caused it. And I found the exact shader with the exact switch combination that caused it, reported it to them, and I believe they have it fixed in the latest SDK version now. They were very happy with the time I spent debugging that. And I mean, this was affecting creators as big as the creator of the what's it called? The Great Pug, one of his other worlds. He was having issues with, and me spending that time fixing it or determining the cause of it, if that VRChat could fix it, saved a lot of creators a lot of headache. And this might be me saying like, "Hey, VRChat, you want to hire me?"
Yeah, there you go. Teach me your ways,
How
Turtle.
much would they pay?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you're gonna get a good
Hire me
wage,
as a
bro.
debugger, because I am very good at debugging things. If I
Yeah.
know one way of causing an issue, I can find 3 different ways to cause the issue. You give me the code, and I will find the exact line causing it. I might not be able to figure out exactly what the right way to fix it is, but I can find the cause of it.
Yeah.
To start
'Cause you're
moonlighting
smart.
as a VRChat debugger.
Yeah,
Right.
you'll be working 60 hours a week for $2,000 a week.
Anyway, yeah, I thought that was really, really fun. It took me like 2 hours to rule everything out and determine the exact thing causing it.
Hmm.
And then as soon as they were able to figure that out, I don't think they ever marked that canny, that bug report as fixed or anything. I might have just missed the email for it, but I'm pretty sure they got it fixed because it should have been a super simple couple line fix. And I haven't heard of other world creators having the same issue in a while, so I think it's all fixed. Another thing, okay, so in VR, like let's say you grab the piece of paper that we have in the world. Right now, you have to keep holding, right?
Yeah, or you drop it.
Yep. VRChat is in the process of adding a new way to handle things like that, where you can just tap once and it'll hold it, tap again and it'll release.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so it's not a click and hold program.
Yeah. Because right now, the only way to do that is to make it a completely different type of thing that's much more annoying. And when you grab it, it'll like, it's called a gun grip, basically, is what they call it right now for that style
Well, yeah,
of thing.
because you pull the trigger in order to actually grab it.
No, what I mean is the gun grip, when you grab it, it automatically latches onto your hand in a specific position.
Mm.
Well,
You can't just grab it however you want to grab it and it be held permanently in your hand. That doesn't work. And I don't think in VR at all there's nothing that you can just grab and permanently hold.
I know. I'm trying to think.
Without-
There was a world years ago that I visited where you could actually grab shape. It was like cubes, spheres, pyramids, It was like different shapes, like you know, like a 20-sided die or something like that. And you could actually rotate it with your hand while maintaining your position with the trigger on that particular.
Yeah, that uses a bunch of custom scripting that's very complex and memory intensive or processing intensive.
But it still worked. I mean,
yeah, I mean it works, but it's not an elegant solution, and it's very annoying.
So
God damn it, Nocti.
World creators should get more lazy.
No, I'm saying VRChat implementing a simple solution for it saves everyone a lot of time scripting it themselves and saves everyone a lot of processing power on their own computers, constantly calculating the position and rotation of everything.
Emperor, you can go screw yourself. I love you.
Saw that too.
No, I mean, oh heck, I had something in my head. And Emperor, thanks. You made me forget it. All right, go back to you, Turtle.
No, having a more elegant solution that's built into the VRChat SDK saves time and energy and complexity and bugs from everyone.
I remember now. Okay, let's say, okay, I'm talking about a very, very small minority, but I don't know exactly the percentage. It might be a minority, it might be a majority, I have no idea. But talking about, like, say, let's say people who are workaholics who want to put in the work, you know, the ones who actually like doing the labor intensive stuff on that aspect because they
being
enjoy
able to
it.
shift it from a simple thing that should have already been in VRChat for years and instead focus that time and energy on something more complex and interesting is a very, very big and really cool thing.
Have you ever spoken to a mathematician?
Because also, yes, and they're not going to sit there and waste their time on 1 + 1 and writing out 1 + 1 a million times to determine that 1 + 1 = 2. No mathematician is going to do that. Just like no mathematician is going to spend weeks writing out, oh, the square root of 81 is 9. It's just not, it's taking something that's super simple and complexifying it just because there's no other way to do it right now.
I know, it just still seems lazy to me.
It's not lazy. Trust me on this. When it comes to programming, it is not lazy to use the things that are at your disposal. What you're basically saying is every programmer should work in BASIC and work with direct CPU calls, and they should never work with any language like C#, C++, or even C, because it's lazy to use those pre-built systems. That's what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
That is.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that the time and effort that you took to actually learn how to program and actually put the time and effort into understanding the concept of everything that you were educated on and not being able to it just basically now we're just going to give you a shortcut. You can actually take it if you want, or if you want, you can take the years and years and years of experience that you've taken in order to create something custom.
Yes.
You know,
and if you understood anything about programming, you would understand what I'm saying. But
you have to understand.
You don't.
Also, it's a gold paved road compared to a gravel road.
Make it into a fucking argument.
So, Stealth.
Just about.
I'm saying VRChat is adding a new function that allows you to like grab this piece of paper, and like just tap once, and it's constantly held until you tap again to release. Which, yes, it's totally possible to make that in the current VRChat state without this new feature, but the complexity and the hours and hours and hours that it takes to build that system and the complex processing power that your computer is going to have to take to recalculate the positions every frame is just not worth it. It is simply not worth the effort and the time and the processing power to do that simple task.
There's no point.
Which is why VRChat, exactly, which is why VRChat is adding it. And Circuitry is saying, oh, so world creators should be more
That
lazy
sound like a VR
by
thing to
using
do.
what VRChat gives you. It's lazy to use something when you could make it yourself. No, it's not. And in programming, I don't write every single bit of code that I use. I use someone else's code.
Well, hold on,
as a library.
whoa, hold on 1 second. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be efficient, okay? I'm not saying that you shouldn't be efficient.
You literally
That's
are.
what you're saying. That's what you're
by
saying.
saying that it's lazy to use
I'm
this
saying
new
that
feature
it's...
that VRChat is coming out with. It's lazy to do that, and world creators should be more lazy by using it. That is what you are saying, when it is a more efficient, more elegant solution to a complex way of doing things that no one really does because of how complex and
Turtle,
convoluted it is.
Turtle, let me give you an analogy. I'll make you understand this very, very clearly, at least from my perspective. Let's say, I'm going to imagine a door in front of you. Now, you have 2 ways to enter the door. The first one, you can use your key, or 2, you can scan your ID and the door opens for you. Now, you can scan your ID multiple times, the door is going to open. It's never going to close, it's never going to be it's never going to be locked for you. You can scan your card, you can get through the door. But once in a while, is it okay to use your key to actually open the door?
That is nowhere near an efficient analogy for this.
I think it is.
That is 2 ways of accessing something in a very, very similar way. Your analogy would make more sense.
One is more complex than the other. You actually have to put more physical labor into putting the key in there and turning it.
So what we're talking about specifically, your analogy would require 30 keys to open the door, or 1 scan of the ID.
No, I'm reducing it to 1. I'm making it simplistic. I'm making it very simple for you.
But making it 1, it's a 1-to-1. You have to do one thing or one thing. They are both just as complex as the other. But the system behind it, it's all there. Trust me on this. If
one
you
takes
have
more
any knowledge of
elbow grease than
programming,
the other.
if you
know that.
If you had any understanding of programming, you would understand why someone would use this system instead of building it themselves, and why almost no worlds have that system in use right now. Because it is way too complex, and you can no longer use any of the inbuilt functions of VRChat when you are using it.
I'm just saying you need to stretch your legs and arms out once in a while instead of letting the machines take over. That's all I'm saying.
You don't understand programming at all, so don't.
I don't understand programming. You're correct, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm saying, hey,
it does change a lot, actually.
Your brain is a muscle. At the end of the day, stretch it out.
And what I'm saying, very simply, is VRChat adding this feature allows you to spend more time working on actual, interesting, complex things that make you think, instead of stupid, convoluted ways of rebuilding systems that already exist.
So, I mean, what? It's still fun. I mean, you can go into Minecraft you can go into Minecraft and just recreate an entire world,
I should make the key. I should make the key take the door take 30 keys that all have to be turned in the right order at the right time.
No, I did not say 30 keys. You're the one that said 30 keys. You're putting words in my mouth at this point. I said 1 key.
I am using your analogy to explain how your analogy is fucking wrong, and what we're saying fucking wrong.
I know. I was just using the analogy to explain the fact that you should
understand programming.
Once in a while, you should stretch your muscles out.
You do not understand programming, so we are done with this. Simple as that. You do not understand anything about programming.
Oh yeah, I'm a fucking moron. Just call me that. All right. I mean, just go ahead and call it.
I am telling you to not try to tell me how programming works and what you should or shouldn't do with programming when you know nothing about it.
I'm not trying to tell you how programming works. I'm saying once in a while you should stretch your muscles out. That's what I'm saying.
Did I once disagree with that? Or did I specifically state spending your time and energy working on something more productive and more interesting?
Your word was mundane. I remember you said mundane.
I did not say mundane, actually.
You said
mundane. I never once
said
that. Look back at go back and watch. I did not once say mundane. I know that. But you're trying to make something way overly complex and you don't even understand.
No, I'm not
what
trying to
I'm
make it
saying.
overly complex. I'm just saying once in a while it's good to stretch your muscles out. That's all I'm saying.
And did I ever disagree with that, or did I say focusing your energy on something more productive and more interesting
Why don't we change
is
the
far
subject?
better? So again,
Yeah,
you don't
move
understand
on.
anything about
I kinda wish
programming.
I
You don't
was
understand
just
anything
said I
about what I'm
don't
saying, so
explain.
shut up.
Okay.
We're done with this.
Right.
We're moving on. Stealth is here now. So let's talk about the Steam audio beta.
Showing up today because this is what I show up to.
That's what happens when circuitry thinks he knows something that he fucking doesn't. But anyway, Steam audio
My
beta.
dad's calling. Hang on.
Steam audio beta. So Stealth.
Where?
VRChat is getting very close. From what I've heard through the bush, or through the vine. I don't know. What's the saying?
Through the grapevine.
The grapevine. Yeah. Okay. What I've heard through the grapevine is the Steam audio beta is getting very close to ready for full release. And you remember us talking about the Steam audio beta before, right?
Yes.
The fun features that will be possible with it once it's released.
Mm-hmm.
But they won't be implemented into VRChat until after it's released, because they have to make a one-to-one transfer or transition from what we have right now to that recreated in Steam VR, or the Steam audio. So they're getting really close, and that was directly said by, I believe, Straz, or not Straz. Crap. Which one was it? I don't remember which one of the VRChat staff team it was that said that it's getting really close, because they've had two different open betas running for a few months now, and they just occasionally update the Steam audio beta to be on par with the regular open beta. But now they are pushing the regular open beta's changes onto the Steam VR, or the Steam audio, right along with the open beta updates. So it's getting extremely, extremely close to having the Steam audio come out. And then within a few months of the Steam audio coming out, there's probably going to be another open beta with it that starts allowing world creators
By January
to
or February,
implement.
we'll be able to toy around some of this stuff.
Possibly. It could be that soon. And then
I
we'll be able
can't clap. Hold
to
on. There we go.
we'll be able to do things like have two people on opposite sides of a wall, and they can't hear each other. Turn the wall off, and they can hear each other just fine. Right now, VRChat does not take into account any of the physical geometry of the world. It is solely the spatial, like how far are you from someone, and that's it.
Oh, that's right. I remember us talking about this because that would make murder amazing. Not being able to hear
Yeah.
people scream from across.
You don't remember me
across the
walking
world.
the fuck in as soon as Turtle started talking about that?
Yeah, 'cause as soon as I guarantee murder won't implement it in the current world, but they will in their
they'll make
next
Murder
world.
5 most likely. Yeah.
They'll implement it into the next version of their world and make it more, what's the word? More realistic and immersive. That's the word.
That's the word. Yeah.
Immersive.
They'll make it more immersive by enabling, like if you have a door closed, now you can't hear someone that's on the other side of that door anywhere near as well as you can when that door is open, sort of things.
It'll be more
Well,
realistic.
Hopefully it's more muffled and not just doors closed. I can't hear anything on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be muffled and quieter, so that if you're right up against the door, you might be able to hear a little bit of what's going on. But if you're on the other side of the room from the door, you probably won't hear what's on the other side of the door.
Yeah, like being in the basement and hearing people talk on the second floor.
Yeah, and you wouldn't be able to hear that at all. Things like that. So that it would make it much more interesting and immersive and realistic. The Steam audio beta is one of the big things I'm excited for. The other thing I'm excited for is SOBA, which will make programming for VRChat worlds so much simpler. Instead of having to do convoluted workarounds just because of how VRChat works, it's going to be streamlined, and I can actually spend my time working on fun, complex things instead of it being complex because of VRChat.
What was before Soba? Udon.
That is the current
Yeah.
programming language of VRChat.
Because I
Or
had
programming
yeah,
system.
Okay.
I made the joke, and I still stick by it. The next one they do should be ramen.
Yeah, I like it.
They probably won't need to make a new one after Soba. They'll just continue iterating on Soba itself because of how advanced and simple Soba is. It's a very simple layer that instead of recreating all of the functions that are needed to make a program, it's just going to expose all of the functions and limit those that are not allowed, like networking calls.
Yes.
So that'll make it a lot more fun and interesting, and world creators can work a lot faster to make complex and much more complex worlds. Like right now, one of the big issues with Udon is it runs in the main thread, which means if I try to do a million calculations in it, you're gonna freeze for like 5 seconds while it does all of those calculations. Whereas Soba, on the other hand, runs on a new thread for every program and allows for calling things onto the main thread, like displaying another object in the world, and that will just be handled during the next frame after it's been enabled.
Yes.
Instead of having to calculate all that crap yourself, and it just gets really weird and complex, and it's just a convoluted mess right now. Simplifying things that should be simple, amazing. Love it.
Hey, I'm all
Makes
for
complex
simplified.
things. And when you have simplified things, you can make much more complex things with those simplified systems. And that's what I was trying to explain when Stealth walked in. But
Yeah, I want
anyway,
them well.
yeah.
What was it?
So let me check our
bad
notes here.
at the start.
So
No.
we talked about the Discord linking,
Yeah,
which if
I
you
was
didn't
on the
hear
other side
Stealth,
of the state pretty much, so I couldn't.
we started off talking about Discord linking. We talked about that. We talked about the Fizzbones and contacts in Worlds, which will heavily simplify my custom menu system and make it a lot more optimized. Do you mind?
Your dog
Eddie?
is activating
Yes.
my mic.
Shut up.
Guys,
Um,
Eddie wants to
then-
be a part of the show. Let him.
we
My
also
cat
talked
was,
about the
like,
marketplace,
head
which
bumping me.
have any of you ever heard me talk about how years ago one of the VRChat devs was telling me an idea that they had and an end goal that they wanted to add into VRChat, and they used the example of a hot potato that someone could pay like $1 or 99 cents and pass around a hot potato in the world, and it explode and ragdoll the character or whatever, and stand up, do it all again. Yeah.
Oh.
So things like that
Yeah.
Okay.
will be possible, and VRChat is looking at allowing creators to make those things as well and make money off of them.
Okay.
So those things will be really cool, and I love it.
You could do a popping
I'm
frog.
just waiting on the sound update. That's the
Yeah,
update I care about right now.
So it's not like a world game like that live grenade game, but something you could actually pull out like the fireplaces now and then play a game with
Uh-huh.
people.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And right now, the closest item we have to that
I think the
is
marshmallow stick. Because anybody
the
can
marshmallow
grab it.
stick, but also this because anyone can grab it.
I
But
I
that's
can't
also
see
a
it.
limited edition
don't
item.
see anything.
I don't see
I don't
anything.
see anything.
I see a finger.
You don't
I
see a
see,
thing in my
yeah.
hand.
Fingy.
No,
No,
you don't.
and the
There's
fact that
nothing
you're
in your
saying
hand.
thing is not help. Yeah,
No.
it doesn't help that you're just saying thing.
You're just
I'm
holding
definitely
something
holding something.
that is not
I'm
there.
too intoxicated for this, Sobe.
This?
Oh, bubbles. I see
Podcast
bubbles.
I see
shame.
the
Oh,
bubbles.
hey. Ah!
Wait, hang on.
This thing?
Where'd you get that
I was
from?
gonna say when you were talking about the map issue, the
Um,
first thing that popped into my head was
Okay, cool.
back
So
in.
it's a desync
uh,
between open beta and non-open
Okay,
beta.
fine.
That's fun. That explains it.
Item you get
Open beta
for
shit.
being a VRChat Plus member.
Yeah.
I want a bubble blower.
So also, with the new marketplace, VRChat might be offering the packs of items and stickers and things that they've previously given to VRC Plus subscribers. They might be offering those up for sale using the credits, which is going to be really cool too, so that you don't like miss out completely on the items because you happen to subscribe to VRC Plus the day after they switch to a new set.
Mm.
Then you can still buy the old ones for a reasonable price.
What,
Yep.
Yeah.
What is VRC Plus?
VRC Plus is
You're
the
fine.
paid subscription to VRChat.
Oh, okay. I don't want to do that yet.
Also
do I?
high stealth.
You don't really
Cool.
have any reason to yet.
Okay. Not until I get a better
But-
headset.
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, what it allows me to do, if you look at my look above my head, you'll see the little circle icon to the left.
Mm-hmm.
It
the
allows me to
turtle.
put that up there. It allows me to name instances now. There's a bunch of little tweaks and things that it lets me do. Also gives me the items and stuff.
The
so that's
drone.
real. Yep, the drone. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Drone.
Oh yeah, there was a drone update.
Yeah.
I read that in the.
His
in the
drone
patch
is up
notes.
there as the second camera.
May as well
Oh,
talk
wait,
about it
no,
now.
wait.
There it is.
Where? Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
So the
wow.
drone was already put in, like I want to say what 1 month, 2 months ago, but it's been
That's
updated.
Oh,
It's been in for a few months now.
I want to
Who's
turn.
flying it?
I wanted to.
Me.
Turtle is flying it.
I know.
Oh,
What was
I
the
also have
episode
a
where you
drone, I
had
just
4
can't
camera
do it.
angles? Which one was that?
I don't remember. That one
Uh,
was interesting.
You had like
Oh,
4
camera.
cameras going at the same time.
Hold on, what?
What was that episode? I'm gonna fold into a pencil for a second.
I have so much to learn about all this, you guys.
Anyway, I gotta fix this now.
Trust me, if Turtle
because of me messing with
Dude
that,
is your son and in your household, you're gonna get a crash course real quick.
Well,
Well,
I'll
she's
be
not gonna be
living
living with me.
3 blocks from him. Is it
I
about
think
3
it's actually
blocks?
5.
3.5? 5? I don't think it's 5 blocks. I think it's more like 3.5, 4. Well, it might
Is
be
it walking
5 'cause I gotta
distance?
go back. Yes. Probably 10
Okay.
minutes tops. But it's going to be too freaking cold. I'm moving up there December 1st.
Just a
Ugh.
random question, Mama. How many steps do you walk a day?
Over 10,000.
I walk 20,000.
Well, I'm disabled. I
I'm
walk
just
with a
walking
cane
more.
normally, so
Well,
if I'm outside the house.
my job makes me incredibly active. I'll tell you off stream.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, you got my number.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh yeah,
what?
fair enough. I could just text you
Anyway.
and just tell you.
There you go.
Unless anyone has any last little questions or thoughts on like something they would like to see VRChat add in the future, I think we'll go ahead and wrap up.
Easier,
waiting on Saturday,
easier
that's all I
way to
care
get
I
about.
know.
That's
I
all
was
I fucking
thinking
care
about.
things.
I was thinking about the
Avatars.
map issue. You've played Doom 2016?
Never heard of it.
I have not played
Doom?
it.
Back in
I've heard of it, but
Please
never
tell me
played it.
you're joking.
I don't play
You better
games.
be
I
fucking
don't play much
Turtle.
at all, so
I'm
no,
a
I
gamer.
don't know anything
you've
about Doom.
never played Doom 2016? What?
I have never played any Doom games. I've
I
never
don't even have to have played it.
touched them. I don't know anything about them. I know of Doom. The word in the
That's
game. I know
that's
of
all I care about is that you
that,
just
and
know
that
what
I
it
don't-
is.
I don't know anything about it. I know it's a game. That's all I know.
You
But,
should
That's literally all I know about it.
Okay. All right. I guess for context,
Hi, Kitty.
the one thing I came to was when you were talking about something sparked in my head. I can't remember. You were talking about like simplistic building, and immediately I thought of Doom Snap Map, which is a feature in Doom 2016 where you can build maps, custom maps, no matter what platform you're on, PS4, Xbox, PC, and share them across an entire internet platform.
Oh.
And you can even script everything. Like, I actually go to my YouTube channel. I actually have a series called Let's Explore Snap Map, and I had people sending me maps that they built.
Wow, there's a lot of games
But-
that have things like that. It's not something that's specific to Doom.
But yeah, it's just incredible. It's just because back in the day, you know, you had to have like experienced WAD creators. You know, keep in mind, back in the day, creating WADs was incredibly difficult without the tools, but some of the developers were able to acquire them. Like, it was almost like a black market type of thing.
Well, anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up. So thank you all for being here for episode 91. We're getting real close to that triple digit mark now.
Have we decided what we're doing for episode 100?
Also,
We have not yet.
I'm gonna have a
also,
party.
real quick,
But
You want to come there for
because I
episode?
was-
Okay.
because I was
We really-
curious, I
we
did
really
look it
need,
up.
like,
it was
a-
episode 66 with all the drones, multiple camera angles. So
Oh,
this
episode
is,
66?
because of what
Okay.
we were-
66.
Yep.
I'll
Funny
have to
enough,
watch it.
VRChat updates.
Probably put a mental note. We probably need to link episode 66 in the description. So this way,
Well-
people can see that 4-camera angle of the drones that we were talking about.
I didn't know
No,
there was
a
a
really-
camera. Where is it? Oh, is that the camera up there?
there's a camera up there for the second camera angle. Anyway,
Oh.
thank you all for being here for episode 91 of the Beyond Pixels podcast. Next week, we will be talking about the people of VRChat, whether that be mutes, streamers, annoying kids, things like that.
Gamers,
Newbies.
chatters.
We'll just be talking about the people of VRChat, the full body users, all sorts of different things like that. So next week's going to be a fun episode. Anyway, thank you all for being here. You can find every previous episode, including episode 66, over on youtube.com/3201. And see, there is a playlist on YouTube for all of the prior episodes. And there might be like one episode missing from it because YouTube kind of crapped itself and I lost one of them. I
YouTube
don't know
did
what
what YouTube
happened to
does
that, but whatever.
Mm.
Oh, last week's episode was the best. Like, it was
Yeah,
so
I-
good. It just went up.
Yep. Last week's episode was pretty entertaining. Anyway, you can also find us on twitch.tv/Druid01 every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. We talk about all sorts of different topics, varying from online to random IRL topics and anything we can think of. Next few, we'll be focusing back in on VRChat because we have been slacking on that lately. Other than that, I think we're going to go ahead and do the thing we do at the end of every episode.
You should definitely show yourself first.
I already did.
Oh,
Randall?
no, dude, you forgot one thing. Turtle, you forgot Candle. Quandle.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah.
your candles.
Quandle.
Yeah. It is
If you want to
Quandle.
support the podcast and get a really nice product yourself, go to Quandle, QANDLE.store/Turtle01 and use code TURTLE at checkout for 15% off a majority of their scented products other than their incense and tea lights. They're really good products. I actually had one burning while I was working today and it smelled really good. Make the house smell real nice.
It's even more surprising because he didn't burn his place down.
And also, the candles are anime themed in some really funny ways.
They're super
Cool
cute.
product. Cool people.
They're
Love the
cute,
guy
they
that
smell good.
runs the company. He's awesome. Anyway, other than that, we're gonna go ahead and do the shilling. We're gonna start with stealth today.
All right, since I got
Like
here
we
late.
almost always.
Not always. Shut.
I switch
said
back and
almost.
forth between starting on the right and starting on the
You
left.
did say almost.
Anyhow, y'all can find me on twitch.tv/DeltaFox in about 2 or so hours, I believe. We're still getting everything set up, but I'll be streaming with Vampy. We're going to be doing 7 Days to Die. It's going to be super casual. No, you're not plugging your pen yet. I'll see y'all then.
And circuitry, show yourself.
I stream on Kick and Rumble. I'm going to be taking some time off until I come back from vacation. I'm going to be gone all of next week. But I will not be here for next week's episode. So please go ahead and support the people. But you can find all of my links on my X account. Go to Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Rumble and Kick is where I stream. And I did just recently do a stream. So definitely go over there, support it, hit that follow button, and also subscribe to Rumble Premium.
Okay,
Also, you don't have a TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Shelby, do you have anything to show? You never do.
Join only notes. Fuck it, just you'll never forget. That's it.
Okay,
That's all I
and
got.
I don't think my mom ever has anything to show.
Hi.
She's just here. I might make my mom stream when she gets moved up here.
I'm going
I'll
to.
make
I
her
want
play
to
games
stream
and stream.
Assassin's Creed. I want to play Assassin's
Okay.
Creed and stream.
Wait.
I have some hardware that I can
Mama
help
Turtle,
you out
would
with.
you play a game with me?
What game?
Dead Space 3.
That's
Oh,
one I
boy.
wanted to play.
Anyway,
I'll walk you through
we'll
it.
see you guys
Send me the info.
next week. We'll
Okay,
be talking
gotcha.
about the people of VRChat, and that'll be a fun episode. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Anyway.
Bye.
Champ.
Also, yeah.
Pizza.
Oh,
My
what
dick
the
is hard
heck?
enough to cut glass.
We
Yeah,
didn't need to
Hold on
know
now.
that.
Who did
circuitry.
that?
I did. There you go.
How did you do? I can roast it.
Click
Oh,
the
shit.
trigger button to
What?
roast it. No, just tap it once.